Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to love into Cardano. Once again, thank you for support. Okay, big up the CoinsKid crew. So right now, I think Cardano, it could be gearing up for a bit of a surge to the upside here, effectively. You know, again, no guarantees. We've got a massive level of support down here that we put in for Cardano. I'm going to drop a horizontal line in there for you to show you what I'm talking about right now. But it is gearing up for it at the moment. You know, we have come down. We've potentially got this large ABC correction just there, and you know, we've lowballed out in the RSI down there as well at historic levels down there. Look at that, beautiful. Okay, so again, you know, buy the fear, buy the blood, buy the depression. Again, no guarantees to anything. It's support and resistance. I've taught you that. But what we're looking for is a break of this red level of resistance. You see this red trend line here? If we start to see Cardano come up and break that resistance that it's been under, look at this massive falling channel. Okay, if it breaks that, that's all systems go. And primarily, if we do start to see Cardano come up and close above this level of resistance here, it means that you're carving out this beautiful structural bottom right now, coiling up under pressure and resistance, and something's going to give. So for me, you know, I think that this could be a really, really good area to go long on Cardano with a really tight stop loss right now, because this is what we've been doing. We've been moving our stops up on this level of support. Look at this. We've held this support again last week. Okay, I did do a Cardano update to you a few weeks ago that if you was to roll here, it'd be a really good area to go long with a stop loss on that low. And right now, I think that, you know, given the structure and the setup that we're looking at here, you know, if you're not already involved in Cardano, this could be a fantastic opportunity for you to ride the wave up, basically. You know, it doesn't mean that you're super bullish and taking off to the moon. It's just an opportunity, and I find these opportunities for you. So, you know, that could be a really good stop loss moved up from here. If you're already in this trade and bounced and held this support and went long in the previous video, like I said to you, then you can now move your stop up on there, okay? But if you're looking for an opportunity on Cardano, right now you could actually go long where we are and put your stop loss on this low just there. Okay, so me personally, I'm already in a long. You know, I'm in a long from when it bounced and come up into resistance and came down here. You know, I've gone long and moved my stops up constantly. That's what you do. You can do this on BitGet or Bybit. The link is in each and every single video description. But at the moment, we have bottomed out way back in May, come up into resistance of the 10 EMA, like I said to you, coming down into support, high level support, run into the 10 again, creating this level of resistance on this high, and right now we're coming back and holding this ascending level support. This is beginning to carve out some kind of beautiful structural bottom down here, but again, no guarantees, because if you start to come down, this is where you get stopped out, because your ascending level support is moving up right now. Do you see that? So this could be an amazing trade for you, because I think that what Cardano is looking for primarily is a retest of the 20, something it's not had since way back in, I think that's April, isn't it? Around about March, towards the end of March, April, before it took that big dump there. And this is a setup I'm looking at on a lot of coins, you know, and I've seen a lot of coins already do this. Ethereum has already done it. We had CKB's already done it. Firo's already done it. A lot of the smaller altcoins, as well as the blue chip, you know, Ethereum, big dog, has already done it. And this is the sort of setup I'm looking at, because the fact that it's just sort of slowing down here, calling up, looking for a retest of that 20, you know, before potentially you roll again. So right, again, like I said to you, this is a beautiful little reversal pattern down here if I've ever seen one. If we coil up under this resistance of the 10, which we are, and we continue to hold this ascending level support, we're going to pop here, basically. And again, you know, we could pop to the downside, absolutely, obviously, you know, anything can happen. Like I said to you, you know, if shortens your game, if you start to lose this low, you've got a target to the downside, and it really is simple to see. All you do is come to your charts, you know, from this high here, because this is your low, this is your high, and right now you're calling up looking for a trend direction, basically. So if that is the case and you do dump again, then your minimal target will be all the way down there at 027, you know. And if you do start to lose that low just there, which is at where is that? That's 0387428. You could go long with a stop loss, and you could be looking at a beautiful short opportunity all the way down to the 1618, which is around about another 29% once you lose that low, because that will be the target that you're in at. The 1618 is 027985, which is a retest of this swing low just there, okay, for Cardano, because this is essentially where you've come down to. Like I said to you, swing high, swing low, and as we lost these lows just there that was holding, I said to you, next support where you want to put some bids in is all the way down there on that swing high, and that has been really, really fruitful so far, okay, for the CoinsKid community. So anyway, what am I looking at? Well, potentially we're carving out this bottom right now, okay, and you know, the RSI is in the floor. We're starting to reverse here, as you can see, and obviously you're going to run into resistance, you're going to come back, you're going to run into resistance, you're going to come back, but as long as you can maintain this high level of support, which we have last week for Cardano, if we can do this and we start to come down again, you know, this would be a fantastic area right now to go long with a stop loss on this low just there, okay, because obviously if you come down, you're going to negate that, aren't you? So where do I expect Cardano to go to if it holds this breakout? Okay, so if over the next couple of weeks we start to come up here for Cardano and we break this red trend line here, again, this could just be an entry point for you once you start to see that, because historically you can see that this level of resistance on the downtrend here, you know, once you break it with power, boom, you're out of there, and it confirms an impulsive move. It doesn't necessarily say, okay, you're taking off into space, but you can see the huge impulsive move that comes from that. Okay, look, you constantly run into it, resistance, coming down, oh no, it's going to zero. But when you start to carve out the reversal pattern and break out the resistance, it's a beautiful impulsive move to the upside. So where am I expecting Cardano to go? Well, basically you'll have a technical target, and it is a big if, obviously, as you're fully aware. I've taught you in the space, everything's a big if. You will have a technical break target. I mean, for example, we take a look at this one. You know, you would have potentially seen that this target was met and some. If we drop a trend line on there, because this is the high, this is the low, and basically you're breaking out of an ascending triangle. Look at that, beautiful, lovely level to just TP at that point, because you're breaking out, you meet the target, and then you come in for support. And you can see that this low here never actually lost this though. It started to come back up, and then we had the C word dump, you know, of 2020, the black swan, which actually lost this low. But like I said to you, you can ride the waves, and that's essentially what we're looking at right now. Is this breakout coming up into key resistance, a potential retracement to this high. Doesn't mean that, you know, it's going to take off into space and things like that, because you potentially get the breakout, fall back to this neckline of support, potentially hold it, and then continue, if not lose it. But it's just opportunity. Okay, so right now, what am I looking at? So the technical target of this break, if you do start to see Cardano coming up and closing on the weekly above 0.5740805, the technical target would be from there all the way down, and you can see how you've got a beautiful little long in front of you, all the way up to here for Cardano. Let me show you right now. Okay, so this is basically trading the ranges, you know, riding the waves. This is what I teach you. So from here right now, you could be looking at a beautiful long of around about 78% for Cardano, with your stop loss down there on the 0.425878, which negates this potential breakout that I'm looking at. Okay, where you're coiling up like this over a long period of time, coiling up, looking to break that red trend line. Again, you know, that could be a signal for you if you're just sitting in the wings and waiting for a very bullish statement from Cardano right there. Would be if you start to break that red trend line. Okay, on the weekly, start to come up, take it out. You know, you're carving out this beautiful structural ascending triangle over a long period of time, a series of high lows, under price compression, like I said to you, compression leads to expansion. Boom, breakout target 78% from here, and you can see that's pretty much a retest of the 55 EMA. And like I said to you, you run into the 10, come back for support, run into 20, come back for support, run into the 55, come back for support, you know. And if Cardano starts to do this and starts to come back up the stairs, it's going to validate that was your low right there, which we nailed. Okay, look, that swing high, that's the target I gave you on the way down. But anyway, you know, it is what it is. Just here, if we take a look at the fib, so this is your low. Okay, and in my opinion, this is your high. Okay, that's your high. This isn't your high. That's an irregular high in my opinion. So we're going to go from there. Okay, so I think that, you know, if you start to come up and break this one fib and take out these highs here, your minimal target is 1272 at $4.06. So, you know, if we get the continuation off this low, you know, that's all the way up. That's around about a 913% long down here off this, you know, swing high that we've all, you know, I personally bought down there on Cardano. So it's looking pretty poised. It's looking set up. And again, you know, you can do all this on Bybit. The link is in each and every single video description. There is a tutorial that I'm going to drop on Bybit. I did drop one on BitGet on how to go long. You know, again, don't over leverage, don't be a degen, but this could be a perfect little play going forward for Cardano when others are really fearful, because you can see here again, you've got this kind of cup, you're coming back in this handle, you start to break this level of resistance, you've got your breakout, you're on the 55 EMA, and it's a perfect little trade. You know, it doesn't mean that Cardano is going to take off like this into space immediately, but if you start to come back up the stairs here and get back above these EMAs, especially the 55 on the weekly time frame, it's going to start to look quite impulsive going forward for Cardano, and you'll begin your retracement back up to these highs. Take that high out, the one fib at $2.46. My minimal target for you is $4.06 for Cardano right there. Okay, good luck everybody, happy trading, hope you enjoyed that update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned, and thank you for support. Okay, remember, the links are in the video description. Take care, bye bye.